Hi guys, this video is about the Daral Nomad Channel. We're going to learn about the family, how they live their lives, who are they, from the small hut to the cave. Did they buy their land? Did the previous landowners that they bought the land from destroy their home, or was it someone else? Who is responsible? In the beginning, they started to build a small hut on the side of a hill. We can see in the distance, inside the green circle, where a road turns to the right. At the time, I had no idea where this was. In this picture, within the blue circle, we can see the very top of the Nissan. This is the only video where we could see the Nissan. It was something they didn't want us to see. We were supposed to be in the middle of nowhere. Here, no nomad dwelling is ever made with tiny stones and mostly mud. When it rains, the mud will be washed away, and because the stones do not support each other, the hut will not last. From the wooden structure, which is the green arrow, to the cave, which is the yellow arrow, it's only 1.04 kilometres. Within the green circle, we can see where the road turned to the right in the last picture. Here, we can see the main road and the track that leads up the hill towards the cave. It's a very steep road, and here the Nissan was easily hidden. Dodra is to the right over the ridge. Here we have the same track from a different angle on Google Maps. The green arrows show that where the track goes, and past the bottom arrow is where they would park it, and you couldn't see it from the cave. Arriving at the cave, they came on a donkey. It wasn't fully loaded, and often they brought with them just wood to cook their food on the fire. They didn't bring with them sheep or goats or chickens or even a dog. Here, I've zoomed in a very early picture that I took from one of their first videos. On it, you can just see the road. This road goes from Sadashti Lordigan towards Dodra, high in the mountain. If we compare the two pictures, they are roughly the same location. One's zoomed in, one's not so much. Daral Car Park and Daral Cave are on the left, and the actual reference for Google Maps is on the right. Now I know where this is. It was a complete mystery 2 years ago. It could have been anywhere in Iran. The village that we can just see is Kalgiyi Sadasht, which is just near Sadashti Lordigan on this picture on the right. The cave is the bottom left, and we already know that there's a big valley between Kalgiyi and the cave. The lady here is dressed in traditional dress of the Bakhtari nomads. To get it made, it has to be done by a tailor. She is cooking barbecued chicken using metal skewers. Supposedly, they're not well off. Amir's idea with all stones was to smash it and make it smaller. It's obvious he's never worked with stone before. Real stone masons or nomads choose another stone that best fits the location. Amir here has hundreds of smaller stones to just pick up and put on the trailer. But no, smashing them makes him feel tough. His sons look at him as if to say, "What are you doing?" He has no idea. They mostly ate barbecued chicken and bread. This is the bread they make for breakfast, and it's the bread that requires the least amount of effort, just like cooking barbecued chicken does. Here, their main activity on this channel was to build. Originally, they built with local stone, and then they got someone to bring in stone from somewhere else that was cut to size better. Here we can see the platforms and the walls that they've built out of stone. The grey building ahead was made from bricks, which they covered with concrete, and in front of the so called cave entrance, they have bricks there as well, which we can see better in this picture. And included in this picture, we have four pots that they have, and this is the position where they store the wheelbarrow. Remember this for later. The camera operator, lying down on the ground pretending he's sleeping, just came back from filming the family on a walk that they did. The girl thinks it's funny that he's lying down pretending he's sleeping. This is not a sleeping position. This was supposed to be a new bedroom for the eldest brother and his wife. They didn't buy enough bricks, which was suspicious. The first thing that they had ever made with concrete blocks. Where did they live before? This was never mentioned. If they came from a village, we would know that and see that. But they wear different clothes every day. They are well dressed, and clothes have no holes in them like normal nomads. The clothes look new, and obviously these people have money. They never wash themselves on at the at the cave, and they never wash and dry their clothing either. You don't see clothing hanging up to dry. None of them have a job, and they have no problem going shopping and spending money. There is no place to rent in Sadash, so they obviously own a home somewhere and visit there every night. This is not a city or a village. The cave is in the middle of nowhere. It is nomad land. 59% of Iran is set aside by the Iranian government for pastoral nomads to have their herds of sheep or goats or cattle. Only real nomads are allowed to live here. No one can own this land, not even the nomads. Amir here is saying that they bought the land from someone that he knew. There were no papers or written documents. It was just based on trust. Well, no one does this. And he knows he can't do it in Iran because he can't own the land. So he's lying. This guy here is dressed with baggy black clothing. He has on a face mask to hide his identity. Amir is telling him that they paid money for the land, but the guy's not convinced. And truthfully, neither am I. The translator for the channel said, I understand that you may have seen many staged scenes, but I swear we had paid for the land. We were not aware that the previous owner had a partner. Well, that's all story. Have a look in the pictures ahead. Are there any personal belongings damaged? Is there any clothing? Are there rugs rolled up? And why are they rolled up? Are there pillows or blankets? Where have the potted plants gone? The door and the door frame and the chimneys aren't damaged. The fireplace in Gadir's hut was never used. They never lived here. Isn't that convenient? Look at the tank on the right. It was empty. There is not enough water on the ground to indicate that they emptied it. The 5 flower pots have mysteriously disappeared. The oil heater, which was not in this location, it's been placed gently on top of the rubble. There's a rolled up rug where the red arrow is. Why has that been rolled up? Why is it placed on top of the rubble? We saw where the wheelbarrow was stored. Did it jump up in the air and do a few somersaults and land upside down on top of a fence that used to be upright? This is a scam. This is staged. Look here. The lady here has gone to the plastic containers and everything is in perfect nick. Nothing is damaged. It would have been so easy to put your foot through the thing to dry the plates, but no, it's perfectly like new. We were told this was destroyed by men, not machines. No man would spend hours creating such tiny pieces of rubble from concrete blocks. Only a machine could do this much damage and make parting bits so small. This is proof that this location is correct. The purple arrows show the curve in the platform. The 2 green arrows show the 2 large boulders. The first thing I would have destroyed would be the toilet. You want to come back? Sure. Find a tree. Good luck. No toilet here. But no, they left the toilet. They take everything with them, even the chopped up plastic green grass. They take with them all of the timbers, all of the pallets that they left there. Every personal belonging they took, and they left behind tons of concrete and tons of rubbish. Now, nomads have a reputation of stealing things. This is why nomads spend all day with their herds to protect them from thieves. But why are the cooking pots still here and the herbs and the food? Could easily have been taken. The door and the door frame have been placed gently on the ground. The fireplace has never been used. Another rug rolled up on the right hand side, marked with the purple arrow, and the green arrow marks where the sink is, again on top of the rubbish. There is no evidence they cleaned up this site at all. They removed all of their personal belongings. None of them were damaged, by the way, and they left. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Have a good one.